There's been a lot of debate about some of the words in the original Greek of 1 Corinthians 6, verses 9 through 11. So this is how it reads in the New International Version. Do you not know that wrongdoers will not inherit the kingdom of God? Do not be deceived. Neither the sexually immoral, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor men who have sex with men. And that's the word we're going to look at, arsenokoitai. Nor thieves, nor the greedy, nor drunkards, nor slanderers, nor swindlers will inherit the kingdom of God. And that is what some of you were. So that word arsenokoitai, there's a lot of discussion out there about what it means and how to translate it. There's a tremendous movie called 1946, The Mistranslation That Shifted Culture. Currently, it's on Amazon if you want to purchase that. And it's a great documentary tracking the history of interpretation of that word. And essentially what it shows is that the NIV got it from the Revised Standard Version, which translated it that way in 1946, even though in the staff that translated that word knew it was incorrect. And what happened was they went on with it anyway, the NIV did, and that became the most published Bible in history. And so it was kind of done at that point that this was going to be about homosexuality when that's not how it had been interpreted before. So that word arsenokoitai, it occurs just twice in the New Testament, once here and once in 1 Timothy 1. And it is notoriously hard to translate. These are the first times in history that that word is used. Okay, so it's the oldest reference to date of it. Conservative New Testament scholar Gordon Fee, who's a wonderful scholar, holds to a traditional sexual ethic. He writes this. He writes, "This is the first appearance in preserved literature, and subsequent authors are reluctant to use this word, especially when describing homosexual activity." Okay. So it's the first time in recorded literature, and other authors don't use it really to describe homosexual activity. So in the writings of Philo of Alexandria, who is a contemporary of Paul, he uses arsenokoitai specifically to describe temple prostitutes, for example. There are other references to the slave trade and things like this. So there are a lot of questions around that word and the interpretation of it, and I'll leave you to do further insights and research on it. But let me just summarize one of the conservative arguments, which can be helpful. It says that those words arsen and koitai are two of the Greek words that come from the earliest Greek translation known as the Septuagint of the Old Testament text of Leviticus 18:22 that says a man shall not lie with a man as he does with a woman. Arsen is man, koitai is bed, basically. So don't bed a man as you would bed a woman is the traditional conservative interpretation. This is helpful. It's helpful to know that. And you might want to take a minute and watch the video on Leviticus 18, because that description of that verse, culturally speaking, it may be very off base. So take a look at it, think about it, and thanks for being part of Small Church, Big Table.